Yay Networks.
13 has been my lucky number for a while. Like, it's always a sign of good things to come for me.
This is 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast, breaking down every song, every Easter egg, every era, and every theory. Hosted by the biggest Swifties, Nick Adams, Anna Cassiejos, Amy Nichols, and Lacey G.
Welcome to 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. My name's Nick Adams.
I'm Anna.
Amy. And I'm Lacey G.
And today we're going to be breaking down You're On Your Own, Kid. It is the 5th track on Midnights. It was written by Taylor Swift and Jack Antonoff, and it's track 5.
Iconic.
Oh, yeah.
It's a big deal.
Amy?
Hold on. Let's not talk about it. Let's just listen to the moment that we're all thinking about when we're talking about track 5s. We were ranking track 5s maybe a year ago, and this is what we had to say. This is what Amy had to say. If I count to 3, do we just say what we rank this as?
Yes.
I feel like this is a divisive one.
Am I the only one out?
Let's just count. I'm going to count to 3, and we'll all say what we ranked it as at the same time. I'm going to reset that up. So let's go back and let's listen to when we were ranking our track 5s. We came to All Too Well.
And this was before we had
Red,
the 10-minute version.
Before we had the 10-minute version.
True. Thank you. Good point.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And this is what we always give Amy a hard time about. We throw lots of inside jokes about this moment. So if you haven't heard this before, this is what happened when we were ranking All Too Well.
It's truly iconic.
If I count to 3, do we just say what we rank this as?
Yes.
I feel like this is a divisive one.
Am I the only one out?
Let's just count. I'm going to count to 3, and we'll all say what we ranked it as at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
1. 3?
What'd you 3?
Did you say 3? I said 3. I knew this was gonna happen.
Oh my God. The sheer offense that
I know.
we felt.
And at our podcast party, whenever we were celebrating the release of Midnights, Amy said that people kept screaming 3 at her. 3, 3. And she thought that I put people up to that. And I was like, no.
It's so funny. It really has become such a part of the podcast. We most recently, from when we're recording this, we most recently got our Spotify Wrapped details, and incredible, by the way, and we'll talk about it a little later, but we had the absolute honor of being on people's top podcast charts, and there were some people that would message us and be like, 1, with a bunch of exclamations, and they're like, get it? They wanted us to read it as 3? I was like, I get it.
Aww,
Pretty great.
They're the best.
I know.
So yes, track 5s are very important for Swifties, for Taylor Swift. Let's make sure we all remember what all of the track 5s are. There's 10 of them.
I'm emotional.
Cold as You from Debut, White Horse from Fearless, Dear John, Speak Now, All Too Well from Red, All You Have to Do Is Stay from 1989, Delicate from Reputation, The Archer from Lover, My Tears Ricochet from Folklore, Tolerate It from Evermore, and You're On Your Own, Kid from Midnights. Mm-hmm. And so if you're not familiar with why this is such a big deal, let's let Taylor Swift explain it to us. So here she is. This was when she was promoting Lover, and it was right before she was doing an Instagram Live, and this is when she introduced everyone to The Archer before the album came out.
Oh, interesting.
As she was saying this, The Archer went live on streaming and on YouTube and stuff. So this is her explaining why track 5 is important.
So track 5 is kind of a tradition that really started with you guys, because I didn't realize I was doing this, but as I was making albums, I guess I don't know why, but instinctively I was just kind of putting a very vulnerable, personal, honest, emotional song as track 5. Because you noticed this, I kind of started to put the songs that were really honest, emotional, and vulnerable and personal as track 5.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but hasn't she talked about a formula when she's building her track list, that she does certain things? So maybe she just, and y'all don't remember this. Maybe I made it up, but I would think, because then there's the Whiplash song on number 6. So I think she had a formula, and she didn't really necessarily know 5 and 6 and 7 or whatever, but there's a formula to building an album.
Definitely, because there is a Whiplash song on every single one.
Yeah.
I mean, the most perfect example is going from All Too Well to 22.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I guess here you go from You're On Your Own, Kid to Midnight Rain.
Mm-hmm.
Whiplash.
Just the intro of Midnight Rain is Whiplash.
Yeah, true.
Okay, so let's get down to breaking down what You're On Your Own, Kid is even talking about.
So this is kind of interesting because, you know, having that tradition of track 5 being so vulnerable and so emotional, especially coming right after Tolerate It and My Tears Ricochet, I feel like there was a lot of pressure on this track 5. Like I remember at our live stream party when we were listening, we played it because the music is a little bit more upbeat.
It is.
Than you would assume.
Than
you would expect, yeah. And
because
so
like we said, the last ones are like
Tolerate It,
but you also Cold as You and Dear John and
John,
All Too Well. Like Delicate's not the slowest of slow songs, but traditionally they're kind of slower and
yeah. And so it's interesting because I remember when it started playing, at least I kind of was like, whoa, like taken aback by it, and I knew, I was like, if this is a track 5, the lyrics must be super, super meaningful. But when you first hear it, like surface level, it's not like this, like, oh, I'm gonna sit around and cry kind of song, you know. But
yeah, I'm dense. I this was a grower for me because I didn't get it. Like I don't know what my problem is, but yeah, like when we first heard it, I was like, oh, I almost did like a disappointment. But
you were underwhelmed.
But now I love it.
Yeah, now that we understand it,
and you know, seeing things, clips, people putting it together, like the explanation of it visually on TikTok or whatever. I need vision, guys.
Oh, totally.
but it makes a difference.
Absolutely.
It really makes a difference.
And I didn't want to like this song at first because You're on Your Own Kid is so rough and tough sounding, and it reminds me of like the big bad streets of Beaumont, and I don't want to be on my own. And I didn't want to like this song, but I do remember being completely shocked at the blood-soaked gown line. That got me, and I was just like, oh. But I took the weekend after the Midnight's release and listened to the song and absolutely fell in love with it. And I like songs that are tricky where like you think this is going to be a happy song and then you listen to the lyrics and it's not.
You're right.
I love that. I love how it's supposed to sound happy, but then you listen and it's like what you're saying is so dark. You actually have to pay attention.
I do really like this explanation that I found from 17 magazine. I think it explains it pretty well in like a sentence. They said, in a heartbreaking song that balances self-reflection and narrative, Taylor sings about searching for friendship and affection while grasping onto social capital and societal beauty standards. That's pretty much the explanation. That's like, I guess, the explanation of the song in a sentence. But yeah, I mean, and it's so... It is so interesting because I feel like at the end of the song, it's a little optimistic, which isn't typical of a track 5.
No.
So that also kind of makes it stand out.
It does get kind of optimistic at times. And to me, just the phrase, You're on Your Own Kid, is kind of like, I don't want to say demeaning, but it's kind of belittling. It's kind of like, hey, you're on your own, kid. It's kind of like, suck it up, get over it.
It's a disappointment.
It is, but it's just like if I failed at something and my dad was trying to cheer me up or whatever, it's like, whatever, you're on your own, kid. It's like, oh, I kind of feel sad.
I'm really curious about, I mean, all of Midnight's as a concept album, like Taylor has said, you know, encompasses like all of her life's work almost. And I mean, when we got Lovers, you know, she gave us all of her Lover journals and her diary entries. And as she's like re-recording all of her music, I bet she's kind of looking back through other like diary entries that she hasn't published. And I sometimes wonder when I hear phrases in certain songs on Midnight's if that was something that she had written in a diary and turned it into a song. Like, I feel like maybe You're on Your Own, Kid is something she like wrote in her diary at some point when she was really young. She's rereading it and she's like, yeah. And then she kind of turns it into a song. I feel that way a lot about Dear Reader. There's a lot of lines in that song that I feel like were diary entries of her own that she like put into like a nice melody. And I feel that way with this song, with the phrase You're on Your Own, Kid. Like I have something in my gut just tells me that that's written in a diary somewhere for her.
Maybe it was.
But I mean, I have absolutely no concrete evidence of that. That is just my Swiftie senses tingling.
So let's look at these lyrics, shall we?
Let's.
Summer went away, still the yearning stays. I play it cool with the best of them.
I mean, I feel like it just kind of, I mean, even through the story of it, I mean, it starts out young, right? She said summer went away, still the yearning stays. Like, it's a young summertime crush. She's wanting this person to notice her. And of course, like when you're like a young girl, especially, you're like, I'll just wait for him to notice me. Like, just kind of sit around and wait. Right. And then it just kind of, I mean, that's the theme of the song.
Yes.
Like, you're just kind of
She's
seeking
wanting
approval from others.
And it's just not coming.
And summer is fun too. Summer's out of school and you get to do whatever you want and you're probably playing all the time. So it sounds super duper innocent starting out.
Yeah.
I wait patiently. He's going to notice me. It's okay. We're the best of friends.
Yeah, I mean, again, that is such like a young sentiment to say. Like,
But
I was
also
just-
like
wait.
the friend zone. Like,
Yeah, she's trying to play it cool here. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah, he's
It's
going
okay,
to notice me, but
we're-
it's okay.
We're best friends. And there's always that just like trope of like falling in love with your best friend. And I saw somewhere whenever she was back in 2015 when she was talking about 1989 and she was talking about the song You Are in Love because she has the line in that song where it says you're my best friend. And at that point she had talked about how she's never fallen in love with her best friend before, like kind of like every relationship that she had at that point was like, oh, guy she had a crush on or whatever. It was always like a romantic thing, not something that started as a friendship. And she was like, I imagine that to be a very beautiful thing. But now you think about her with Joe, and I have to assume they're best friends now.
Yeah, at
right?
this point, yeah.
But yeah, so if she was feeling that way at some point, like, oh, it'd be cool to fall in love with your best friend.
Mm-hmm. I do like how she's saying, he's going to notice me. It's okay. We're the best of friends. Anyway.
Yeah, I love it.
It's
Anyway.
like, it's like that awkward, like, anyway. Anyway. That let's change the subject anyway. I hear it in your voice. You're smoking with the boys. I touch my phone as if it's your face.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw someone on Reddit posting that they kind of envision this saying like she's talking on the phone to this guy she's interested in. He's off doing his own thing with his boys, and she's just kind of looking at the phone, longingly wishing that he was on the other side of that phone, like with her.
Yeah.
And she's just looking at it, but it's a phone,
That
not
makes
his face.
I always think about it as her like kind of waiting, like staring at her phone, waiting for him to text her or waiting for him to call her.
Okay, so right now you're holding your palm out, you
Yeah.
know, but when Taylor was young, she had this phone. So she's probably like cradling the phone.
The pinky and thumb phone.
Yeah,
You're
like
so right.
cradling it.
Well, and also because
It's like she's snuggling with his face.
Yeah.
The curvature of his face.
I'm looking at, we have like a prop phone around here somewhere.
Too.
No, it's not there.
Oh, no.
Oh,
we
we
took
moved
it out of the room because we were filming a video with
filming our
it.
TikTok
Here's
videos.
this. We have this one.
There we go. A cord? What is that?
I know,
Who is
right?
she? Who? That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what
Touch my
she's
phone as
doing.
if it's
And
your
then
face.
you just have the dial tone.
Beep. Yeah. But I also think that this, like, if she goes anyway and into this, I feel like it kind of goes from like a young kid almost to like more teenage.
Oh, yeah, it's building.
You know, it's kind of building an age, like
Gotcha.
kind of going
Yes.
down the timeline. Because
Yes.
if he's smoking with his boys, he's cool. He's hanging out, smoking a cig.
not
Ugh.
cool.
I mean,
Taylor, why are you hanging out with him?
we don't.
He's probably got a rough voice.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he's not calling.
I hope he's not a skateboarder. You
Oh
know?
no.
No. I didn't choose this town. I dream of getting out. There's just one who could make me stay all my days. So I don't want to be here. I want to get out of here.
But she admits that
But-
she'd stay if this person asked.
She'd stay for this one person.
And this kind of gives me, it reminds me a little bit of Midnight Rain, which we'll get into in the next episode, which I'm very excited. I love Midnight Rain. But it kind of just reminds me because even in Midnight Rain, you know, he wanted a bride. I was making my own name. And then she says, like, my town was a wasteland and for some it was paradise. Like, there was people that wanted to stay in these, like, small town areas that I was just anxiously waiting to get out of, you know, and if this one person asked her, she would have, what she's saying, she would have like basically given up her dreams to stay in this small town with this person. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, because she dreams of getting out. She's wanting to leave that town. She didn't like where she was from. She didn't want to have to go to her high school. She couldn't wait to move out and go to Nashville and do her thing. But I wonder who this person is.
Yeah. Who's the guy that almost kept Taylor from leaving,
I don't know.
from moving out of that
From-
hometown?
Glad he didn't though.
Taylor.
If Scooter Braun
How dare you say that name?
is the devil, this guy would be worshipped because he let Taylor go be Taylor. Does that make any sense?
Well, did he let her or did he just not
By-
give her the attention?
Yeah,
she
by him not
wanted?
being
I don't
interested.
think-
Yeah.
I don't think he should be worshipped. I think we just got lucky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he may not be worshipped. He did her. I don't know if
service?
it's doing it a favor is the
No.
right way to say it.
But
But
maybe
by him not being interested, she was able to propel herself onward
right.
and not look back.
Right,
I guess
right.
she's kind of looking back in this song.
Well, yeah. Depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, I guess.
But no, I'm not saying, a blessing in disguise?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Blessing in disguise. Better way to put it.
There we go.
From
So thanks, dude.
from sprinkler splashes to fireplace ashes.
Okay.
And this
Which is
where
a
it
very
starts
fun,
building.
very fun phrase.
Yeah.
It took me the longest time to realize what she meant by that
Okay,
line.
can you tell me? Because I have no idea.
Okay, so various options that you have here, how you choose to interpret it. I originally thought that it meant, like, because in the first two verses, you know, she's going from, like a kid to, like, a teenager to, like, it's, like, whatever. So initially I thought, oh, sprinkler splashes to fireplace ashes, like from when you're a kid running around in sprinklers to when you're, like, an adult sitting around the fireplace. Like, kids don't want to sit around the fireplace, you know, whatever. However, I think it kind of more so means, like, the passing of time, like seasons changing. Like, sprinklers are in the summer, fireplaces are in the winter.
If you're talking about the passage of time, that makes sense because the next line is, I waited ages to see you there.
Yeah, so are we talking passage of time in the sense of, like, seasons and, like, a year, or passage of time from, like, kid to adult? I guess it could be both. Maybe just the passage of time in general.
Yeah. Passage of time, well, sprinklers are, like, fun in the summer.
Yeah.
Like, because she was talking earlier in the song about summer, fireplace is the
Or
winter. So it's like this year, like you were saying.
But it's not just a fireplace, it's fireplace ashes. So she's burning something?
I think so. I mean, I think adding ashes in the lyrics makes it heavier.
Right. So is it like from being a fun kid and splashing around in the sprinklers
A serious time
to
by
being
the
like
fire.
a serious, maybe she wrote songs that she doesn't want anyone to hear and she
Yeah.
burned them.
Maybe. I waited ages to see you there. I searched the party of better bodies just to learn that you never cared.
That is so sad to me. That's where you're like, oh, this is why it's track 5.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That is such a hard lyric. And what is she talking about there? Is she just saying that she searches for better bodies but finds them all around her because in the entertainment industry, females are supposed to be skinny, and she realizes her dreams of keeping herself skinny are not rare at all? Some people on Reddit are wondering if the better bodies refers to better bodies of work. So not only are her dreams not rare, she's surrounded by extremely successful musicians with incomparable bodies of work, realizing she's on her own, getting to their level.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I hadn't
thought about it like that. I just kind of thought it was like alluding to like having like body issues, and even in somewhere like in entertainment and just in life, when you're at a party and you're looking around like, oh my God, everybody here is so much prettier than me.
You're always
Right.
comparing.
Always.
And even it can be if you're a young kid in high school, there's always someone that has a better body than you. And it's also when you grow up and you're an adult also.
Absolutely.
But Lacey, I do agree. I do see parallels, I think, to just being a musician and her struggles with her label and the industry accepting her while, the industry maybe not accepting her as much as the fans do. And I definitely see the connection of just saying you're on your own, kid, professionally also.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Interesting. I mean, this wouldn't be the first time that there's like a double meaning to something.
Totally.
Yeah, and someone else on Reddit said, I think it's one of her most self-aware lyrics ever. It takes a lot of maturity to admit, and it is a very lonely thing to realize that what you thought made you unique, her dreams, are actually fairly common and unremarkable. How many thousands want fame and to become a singer and a songwriter?
That's so true.
But then you're not special. That's what it's saying. I mean, you're not special. I don't care.
It's like self-sabotage. It's like anti-hero, you know?
This show is sponsored by Liquid IV. You know summer has officially started in my house when my kids are in full sports mode. We are outside constantly. Baseball games, practices, tournaments, running from one field to the next in the heat. And if you've ever sat through a doubleheader in the middle of the summer, then you know that staying hydrated is not optional. That's why I always throw in a few sticks of Liquid IV's Hydration Multiplier in my bag. I'm obsessed with the pina colada flavor right now, and it really just tastes like summer in a cup. Just tear it open, pour it into 16 ounces of water, and it hydrates faster than water alone. It's powered by Live Hydroscience with an optimized ratio of electrolytes, essential vitamins, and clinically tested nutrients. Plus, Liquid IV has 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink and includes 8 vitamins and nutrients in every stick. It's also non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, and soy-free. Stay hydrated while you're on the go this summer with Liquid IV. Tear, pour, live more. Go to liquidiv.com and get 20% off your first purchase with code TaylorSwiftFan at checkout. That's 20% off your first purchase with code TaylorSwiftFan at liquidiv.com.
Warmer, sunnier days are calling, and you can fuel up for them with Factor's no prep, no mess meals. Meet your wellness goals in time for summer thanks to the menu of chef-crafted meals with options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are dietitian approved and ready to eat in just 2 minutes. So if you only have a few minutes between meetings during the day, or you get home and you're just so hungry but you have no time to cook, Factor is where you should go. They have 35 different meals and more than 60 add-ons to choose from every week, and you'll always have new flavors to explore. You can crush your wellness goals this May with dietitian approved meals and ingredients that you can trust. And these are delicious. From breakfast to dessert, you can stay fueled with easy, nutritious options. And you can keep kitchen time to a minimum. Factor meals are ready in 2 minutes, so no shopping, prepping, cooking, or cleaning up. Enjoy effortless support for your lifestyle. Head to factormeals.com/TaylorSwiftFan50 and use code TaylorSwiftFan50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month. That's code TaylorSwiftFan50 at factormeals.com/TaylorSwiftFan50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active.
Okay, so everything you guys are just talking about just reminded me of a clip of Taylor. I believe she's talking about after she lost winning album of the year for Red. And it was before she was kind of putting 1989 together. And when we're talking about Lacey, like what you were just saying about how her body of work just wasn't that great after all, it reminded me of her saying this in an interview after that loss for Red.
You have a few options when you don't win an award. You can decide like, oh, they're wrong. They all voted wrong. Second, you can be like, I'm going to go up on the stage and take the mic from whoever did win it. Or third, you can say, maybe they're right. Maybe I did not make the record of my career. And so I went to bed and I woke up at 4 a.m. I'm like, it's called 1989.
Anyways, it's just her kind of realizing to herself, I had this picture that my art was just the best in the world, but the industry didn't say it was. So maybe it wasn't. Maybe I need to be more self-aware.
Well,
and change it up in the next album. She won Album of the Year.
In Miss Americana, she was filming herself, getting the call whether or not she was nominated or not for Reputation. And she didn't get nominated. She's like, okay, I just need to make a better album.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And it sucks to say it, but maybe that's the reason she does keep getting better. You know?
She
just continues to get better.
Yeah, a lot of people can be down on themselves. And then here she's saying, well, you're on your own, kid. You always have been. And she's going to do it herself and make it better the next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, she really does take everything into her own hands with her career.
Totally.
Like everything. Like
the mastermind?
Is in-house. Yeah.
And look at her career. Everything she's done has just progressively gotten better and better and better. And all of it sounds different and just sounds better and more well-rounded. Everything. It's
almost like she's her own competition.
True.
Still to be the best and to have so much self-doubt and self-worry. That's just that's so heartbreaking to me because she is the best.
Well, I imagine there has to be a lot of pressure also with how insanely successful she already is. Like, think about 1989 and to think now I have to top that. She has gotten better and better, but then Folklore was insane, critically acclaimed, crazy, and she's like, now I have to top that. Having to keep making herself better. I imagine there's just so much. And I thought about that. I weirdly had this thought when I was driving yesterday. I was listening to Midnights and I just kind of thought, I was like, that has got to be a crippling anxiety.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the things that keeps her up at night. It's what if I do put out my 11th studio album and it flops? And then everybody's going to be like, we knew it. That sucks to think about that possibility. So obviously, she puts her heart and soul into every single thing she does, and she does continue to just outdo herself. And we continue to praise her because we admire her and we think that her work is phenomenal. But that thought has got to be in her head, oh my gosh, what if, I'm in the middle of my re-recordings and I put out an original album and it doesn't do well?
Yeah. And not just musicians, but I think a lot of people in general, you are your own worst critic.
Yeah.
A lot of people can get down on themselves and not do a lot about it. Taylor is going to be her own worst critic and do something about it.
Yeah, that's very true.
You're on your own, kid. You always have been.
We can't forget that she very casually mentioned this title in her NYU speech. very, very. Do we have it? I don't know if
No.
we have the audio.
I don't think.
But she just straight up said it. She said, "The scary news is you're on your own now, but the cool news is you're on your own now." Like, she just said it.
She's dropping Easter eggs.
And we were like, cool.
But it is so scary. And I feel like a stupid adult for saying that. But I don't think I was meant to take care of myself. And I don't mean financially. Financially, I can take care of myself. I mean, like, figuring stuff out. I'm not supposed to be taking care of myself. This sucks. I have to do everything. I don't know how to do anything. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing.
You know what I just realized? I feel like whenever she did say that in the NYU speech, when she said the scary news is you're on your own now, but the cool news is you're on your own now, that kind of just encompasses the entire song, because it starts with that, with like what you kind of said, like the scary part of being on your own, but then with that very subtle lyric change at the very end, she's like, but I'm on my own.
Yeah.
Like that's, I can do it, you know?
You can do it. You can do it.
So here we are recording a whatever 30-minute long episode about this song when she just kind of said it in one sentence and moved on.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
She goes on to sing, I see the great escape. So long, Daisy May.
Okay. I'm excited to talk about this because I still don't really know who Daisy May is.
Oh, it's got to be Renal Ryan.
Renal Ryan? It's got to be.
Ryan Reynolds.
It's got to be Renal Ryan.
Kid. You think?
That's what everybody's saying.
Yeah.
I do love that. I hope that's what it is. I was trying to Google to see if it was like a phrase or something that I just wasn't unfamiliar with, but all I could find was that it's like an actor. There's an actor named Daisy May Cooper.
I saw some people trying to connect like literary characters, but I didn't believe any of it.
Also flowers.
Well, and the next line is, I pick the petals, he loves me not.
Right.
So maybe it's just a fun name that goes with the following line where it's like, he loves me not. I pick the petals, he loves me not. But if you're not familiar, Taylor did reveal the name of Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' third kid on Folklore is Betty. And so now she's just randomly dropping a name that we don't know, there's no connection to, and they have a fourth kid. So everyone's like, oh,
Daisy May.
That's got to be it.
That is a name they would pick.
And they are all super close. Blake Lively directed I Bet You Think About Me music video. And so maybe it is. Filmed the All Too Well 10-minute version at their house.
Yeah, pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I want to be their friend. I want to be their friend. So I want to be in that friend group. How cool is that the birth of your child is iconic because Taylor Swift puts it in a song. But then they're also cool people too. And Ryan Reynolds is one of the funniest freaking people out there.
I know.
So, I mean, that would just be so much fun to hang out with them.
And all the respect that he said recently in interviews about Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Like they truly love each other.
Yeah. And he was talking about how their kids like think that Taylor Swift is just like mom and dad's friend who like comes over and like hangs out. They like didn't realize that she was like who she is. And then they took her to a concert, like to a Taylor Swift concert, their kids, and they're like, wait, this is more than just a hobby. It's like, I think what their like kids had said. But could you imagine like Taylor Swift is at your house and you just think like, mom's friend.
So does that mean they don't listen to Taylor Swift in the house?
No, they probably do.
Oh,
they
and
just
the
don't.
kid doesn't realize how big it is.
Yeah, because they're still
world.
little. They're little.
Got it. Okay.
Because, I mean, she's over there singing songs for them.
Yeah.
They have been the first to hear some of her music.
Yeah.
How incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So long, Daisy May. I pick the petals. He loves me not. Something different bloomed. So this heartbreak is real. The guy's just not falling for Taylor like she's falling for him. So something different bloomed. Writing in my room. I play songs in the parking lot. I'll run away. So is she taking this heartache and making art out of it?
Yeah.
She's starting her writing career.
Yeah, I mean, she kind of alluded to this also, like the same like sentiment in a different part of her NYU speech. She said, not being invited to the parties and sleepovers in my hometown made me feel hopelessly lonely. But because I felt alone, I would sit in my room and write songs that would get me a ticket somewhere else. So I think it's just kind of looking back, it's like, okay, he didn't like me, but I went home by myself, wrote a song, and look at me now.
Yeah. Sure.
Look what you made me do.
Okay.
But like in a nicer way.
Help me with this story. I saw something on TikTok about people like, okay, you know how there was a Facebook group that said Lady Gaga's never going to be famous? Like they tortured her. They also did that kind of behavior to Taylor and would tell her she's not going to be anything. And Taylor went away, middle school, went away, whatever, went to Nashville, became huge. Well, their graduating class got invited to a Taylor Swift concert and everybody showed up. And they didn't know, like, why are we invited to this concert? It was an FU to them. It was an FU to that class who said that she wasn't going to do anything, to her class.
I don't know. Do you think that Taylor would do that?
That's what somebody on TikTok said.
Like they were a part of it?
Yeah. And I don't know who this person is, so I apologize. It's just something I saw briefly a while ago.
Because I feel like it kind of rings a bell in a way that I almost think that she invited some of her classmates to an award show where she was going to be accepting an award.
That's what it was.
But they didn't go, from what I remember.
Okay, that's what it was. It was to an award show.
I don't think but again, I don't have this story in front of me, so I could be wrong.
Okay.
But that sounds familiar.
Yeah, that's why I was saying I need help with the story because I had just briefly seen it a long time ago.
But I don't remember if they showed up or not, which would make a difference in the story, and I don't remember.
And she's moved past that. You know, when she was promoting Red, Taylor's version, and I think it was Jimmy Fallon asked her, have you ever thought about how he feels about All Too Well? And she's like, honestly, I haven't thought about his feelings once.
Yeah.
And she's not worried about other people anymore.
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Former classmate of Taylor Swift recalls petty invitation to 2009 CMA Awards that was really a fuck you to her high school.
Ooh.
For the people that said she wasn't going to be anything. And so they got invited to the award show, didn't know why until after Taylor Swift had won.
Warmer, sunnier days are calling, and you can fuel up for them with Factor's no prep, no mess meals. Meet your wellness goals in time for summer thanks to the menu of chef-crafted meals with options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are dietitian approved and ready to eat in just 2 minutes. So if you only have a few minutes between meetings during the day, or you get home and you're just so hungry but you have no time to cook, Factor is where you should go. They have 35 different meals and more than 60 add-ons to choose from every week, and you'll always have new flavors to explore. You can crush your wellness goals this May with dietitian approved meals and ingredients that you can trust. And these are delicious. From breakfast to dessert, you can stay fueled with easy, nutritious options. And you can keep kitchen time to a minimum. Factor meals are ready in 2 minutes, so no shopping, prepping, cooking, or cleaning up. Enjoy effortless support for your lifestyle. Head to factormeals.com/TaylorSwiftFan50 and use code TaylorSwiftFan50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month. That's code TaylorSwiftFan50 at factormeals.com/TaylorSwiftFan50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active. Summer is right around the corner, and we love to have fun, but we're all really well aware that it can get expensive. And when you have financial goals, you need to decide what's worth it. A Chime checking account helps you reach your financial goals while still enjoying your summer. Are you traveling at all this summer? Maybe to hit up another Eras tour date? And look, sometimes you know that you don't mean to overdraft, but it just happens when things start to add up. And Chime allows you to overdraft up to $200 with no fees, which at times can be a total game changer. You can set up your direct deposit with your Chime account, and you'll be notified to enroll in SpotMe. Live it up this summer and make progress towards your financial goals with Chime. Open your bank account in minutes at chime.com/TaylorSwiftFan. That's chime.com/TaylorSwiftFan. Chime feels like progress. Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp Bank N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. members. FDIC. SpotMe eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply. Boosts are available to eligible Chime members enrolled in SpotMe and are subject to monthly limits. Terms and conditions apply. Go to chime.com/disclosures for details.
All right, so Taylor continues. She says, from sprinkler splashes to fireplace ashes, I called a taxi to take me there. I searched the party of better bodies just to learn that my dreams aren't rare.
Your dreams aren't rare.
Oh, you want to be a singer, huh? Oh, great.
You think you're talented? You think you're going to make it in this industry? You think you're going to change this game? Yes,
Ouch.
she does.
You're on your own, kid. You always have been.
You always have been.
And then we're going to get into the bridge.
The bridge!
Which
Let's go.
Taylor Swift is an engineer. We all know this. She
Yes.
builds great bridges.
Yes.
And
The foundation of this country.
People love she is very good at infrastructure. She really is. And people love this bridge. And I've seen people on TikTok, on Reddit, on Twitter, breaking down this bridge and saying that different sections refer to different parts of her life, different albums.
That's pretty cool.
And so I'll go through what I found, and you guys tell me what you think is correct. So it's going to start off by summing up debut Fearless Speak Now in Red, when she sings, from sprinkler splashes to fireplace ashes, I gave my blood, sweat, and tears for this. So I guess that's her building her career. I gave my blood, sweat, and tears for this. This is me starting out, really grinding away for people to respect me. And here we are. And then 1989 is referenced by her saying, I hosted parties and starved my bodies like I'd be saved by a perfect kiss. And so, once again, she's talking about her body image. And the pack, for sure. And she's talking about her body image with, I hosted parties and starved my body.
Which is like so much more heart-wrenching than I searched the party for better bodies. Like to like fully admit I starved my body. Like to just flat out say that.
She looked for better bodies, and then she tried to do something about it in an unhealthy way.
Yeah.
And so, Anna, you spoke about when we were talking about Anti-Hero. In the music video, we broke all that down. But just as a quick reminder, and when she originally released the music video for Anti-Hero, there was a part where, the innocent Taylor steps on the scale, and the scale spins around, and instead of having a number of how much she weighed, it said fat. And then Devil Taylor, Evil Taylor's in the back, kind of like grinning, kind of like hee hee hee, giddy.
Yeah.
I'm making
you feel bad.
Making Simple Taylor feel bad, right? And then she edited that part out after there was some outcry. And so there was just a lot of differences of opinions. A lot of people said, no, leave it in because that's her story. That's how Taylor has felt in the past. She's spoken out about it in the past. And a lot of people took it out saying, well, it was kind of triggering. And I didn't feel appreciated by it. So we got an email from someone. This is from Tanya in Australia. She said, I'm a huge Taylor Swift fan, and I love your podcast. I've been listening since the beginning. I want to share my experience with the Fat label and the Anti-Hero music video. When I saw the scene in the bathroom for the first time, I had the physical reaction to seeing the label Fat. I felt like I had been punched in the heart. In addition, I didn't even see that the scale had no numbers on it. My brain put the numbers there because I can guess just how much she weighs. She said, intellectually, I know that she has an eating disorder and has struggled with body dysmorphia, but that didn't stop the overwhelming feeling of disappointment that I experienced when I saw her upset being a weight that I would have been over the moon to be myself. So she says, to put it another way, the first time I watched it, it was about me, and I felt like she was attacking me. After the change was made, I watched the video again, and this time it was about her. I watched the face of her disappointment and realized it wasn't about me this time. That was my experience, and it was a more powerful message the second time around. That's from Tanya in Australia.
Thank you for sharing that with us, Tanya.
So a lot of people have completely different reactions to it who are at different points in their life with the struggles that they have.
Yeah.
Well, I hate to hear that. I never thought about it that way. So I appreciate you sharing your experience because we would never want to dismiss the way that anybody feels.
Totally.
I took it completely different just because it does make me sick for her to see her in that much pain and then not to be able to. But that totally makes sense, Tanya. So thank you for saying it.
It makes sense. And, I'm not a person that struggles with this, but I'm not sure that, is there a right answer?
No.
Well,
It's Taylor's music video, so is how she feels the right answer?
Well, the message was received regardless of it being in there well, I guess if it's been taken out, we still get the message. So, I mean, I don't know.
Oh, like if it wasn't there to begin with?
Like we still kind of get what she's saying.
Yeah,
if it
well,
didn't say
I mean,
fat.
she didn't fight it with all the backlash that she got. She didn't fight. She just took it out, and we still got the
She didn't even
message.
make like a comment on it or anything like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just, once again, she's singing in another song on this album, her own body image issues.
Yeah.
And
I
we
think
got
that
an
maybe
email from
just
Tanya.
as she gets older, and especially as she explores her older work, I feel like she's just more open about it, both lyrically and visually, like in her music video. And I'm sure she didn't mean it with ill intention to make anyone feel bad.
No.
It just, but it's true. I mean, you can't dismiss any other person's experience just because it wasn't yours. But that goes both ways.
True.
And I mean, she hated that about herself. So she wouldn't want to project that onto anybody else.
Right.
And maybe that's why she just took it out and didn't put up a fight, because she wasn't trying to offend.
Yeah. Because, sometimes if you post something, you're like, okay, I didn't see what was wrong with it, but everybody else does, I'm just going to delete it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So moving on in the bridge where she is possibly referencing different points in her life. Then we get to reputation. Maybe this is referencing. The jokes weren't funny. I took the money. My friends from home don't know what to say.
So I saw somebody take that as the jokes weren't funny. Everybody's making jokes about her.
Mm-hmm.
She's got the girl squad. She's the serial dater. She can't keep a man, but she's still cashing in and taking the money. But then her life is such a big spectacle that my friends from home don't know what to say. What's going on with everything is so dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
What is going on with you? But the jokes weren't funny, but she went ahead and just took the money, and everybody's, what's going on with Taylor now? Why is she disappearing? Why is she hiding?
Yeah, why is she gone for a full year?
Yeah.
So then is lover referenced in this next line? I looked around in a blood-soaked gown and I saw something they can't take away.
I took that as I saw something they can't take away as Lover because it's the first album that she owns.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
So they really cannot. It's like the first piece of work that they can't take away from her. But I'm not 100% sure about the blood-soaked
Maybe
gown
that's
line.
still with reputation.
I think blood-soaked gown is because she was stabbed in the back.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
interesting.
And that would be, would that be Lover time whenever she ended up?
It's I mean,
reputation.
I think it's kind of both.
Yeah.
Because, Lover, she's on her own. She had to leave that label after maybe she wasn't quite stabbed in the back at that point. But with Reputation, we got the Kim and Kanye situation. You got that leaked phone call, everyone leaving her,
The Masters.
her masters. But
Yeah.
I think
Have
the
her
masters
back.
it comes during the Lover era.
Yeah.
Right as she was releasing Lover.
Mm-hmm.
All the
And-
master stuff was coming out.
And something else they can't take away, Joe, because that's whenever she was at the height of her depression, the worst of the worst, whenever Taylor Swift is over party is trending everywhere, and she finds Joe in that horrible time in her life.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing you can't take away from me. That's the one thing that matters. It's what I was looking for at the beginning, but now I have it.
Yeah.
So some other people were thinking that this next passage is going to relate to just the Taylor's version, the re-recordings in general, because there were pages turned with bridges burned. She's re-recording things. Bridges burned with her old label and old professional relationships. Everything you lose is a step you take. So like she's losing her albums, she's re-recording it, and she's making that next step.
Yeah.
So make the friendship bracelets, take the moment and taste it. You've got no reason to be afraid.
Which that line trips me up because every time I want it to say, you've got no reason to be okay, which then completely changes what it says. But whenever I'm listening to it, I just feel like that would be what is said. And then every time that it's not, you've got no reason to be afraid. I'm like, oh yeah, she's building me up now. This is
It's
where
a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was just describing all these terrible things that have happened to her. Now she's making that turn and pumping herself up. Take the moment and taste it. You've got no reason to be afraid.
No reason to be
And
afraid.
then that's when You're on Your Own, Kid this time is more positive.
Yeah.
Hey, you're on your own, kid. You can face this.
Yeah.
You're on your own, kid. You always have been. Like you've been on your own this whole time. Look what you've done.
Yeah.
You've accomplished so much.
That's the
so
cool
keep
part.
going. Yes, that's the great part.
But the cool part is you're on your own now. And I do think that with the line of "so make the friendship bracelets," I think it makes the whole song go full circle, like a literal bracelet. Full circle, since she did kind of start talking about the best friends at the
friendship.
beginning, the friendship, the kids and stuff, and maybe she does kind of regret not having more friendships when she was a kid or something. She's like, so make those friendship bracelets. And something cool that I've seen fans planning for the Eras tour is making friendship bracelets
Oh, that's cool.
That idea.
to switch with other fans.
Whoa, that's cool.
Isn't that super cute?
13 a Taylor Swift fan podcast. Friendship
Friendship bracelets.
Oh,
We need to just make a ton
we can just hand them out to
and
people.
hand them
when we
out to
see
people.
there.
Well, that's what I've been seeing people on Twitter especially talk about how they're going to just make a ton, take them to tour and just kind of like swap with other
love
fans.
It.
So then by the end of like a concert, you just have all these friendship bracelets. Isn't that
That's cool.
so cute?
That's really neat.
That is really cool.
So we should do some 13 podcast friendship bracelets.
Yeah.
Pretty neat.
For sure. I do want to circle back to some of the lyrics earlier in the bridge because I found something. From the very first parts of the bridge where it says, I gave my blood, sweat, and tears for this. Even though that is I feel like that's a very common phrase, right? I gave my blood, sweat, and tears. Somebody found, it's so funny the way this person worded it, because they said, from a historic standpoint, this line could be Taylor making a very niche throwback to an unreleased song of hers from 2004, before anyone knew the name Taylor Swift. In a song that she had called Who I've Always Been, Taylor is singing about an unnamed rival as she ran up to this, as she was an up-and-coming artist playing in dive bars. They said Taylor believes this rival is manufactured and fake while she's the real deal, calling her out and uttering the same lines as she does here. So the lyrics from this unreleased song says, let's talk about what you did to get here. Let's talk about the blood, the sweat, and the tears. Let's talk about what you want to be. That's who I've always been. So from 2004, which again, blood, sweat, and tears, yes, that is like a common phrase. But could that have also been something that she came across randomly in like a journal or something and, was like, let me just add that line in there. Because then in the song, she sings about the work that she basically put into becoming this artist, like literally giving her blood, sweat, and tears. Some of the other lyrics says, I walk in here with this beat up case, the same guitar I've always played, and the words I wrote down on a page when I was 12 years old in a small town raised. You tell the crowd you're paying dues. I tell them this is what I do. This is what I put my life into. So she wrote that in 2004, and it kind of gives the same sentiment of you're on your own, kid.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
She could sing those lyrics now, and they would still, I'd be like, genius.
Also, if we're going back, a little note that I had missed to another line in the bridge, the jokes weren't funny. When I hear jokes, that's at a time where she's saying whatever was going on in her life, the jokes weren't funny. But now, when you listen to Lover, save all your dirtiest jokes for me, now she likes the jokes. Now she wants the dirty jokes. So maybe whatever she was going through was like, I don't like the dirty jokes. Now she loves the dirty jokes. Save them for me.
I also want to go back to a lyric. So when she talks about take the moment and taste it, she could have said it in another way, like seize the day or anything. But I think it was important that she said taste it because she was referring to all of her eating disorder stuff earlier in the song. So it's not. So it's she's ready to be better to herself and a healthier Taylor.
Wow, that just gave me the chills.
Yeah.
Wow, that's powerful.
Good job, Amy. I like that.
It just came to my mind.
That's good.
You look at me just analyzing lyrics. It's fine.
You should start your own podcast, Amy.
I think I should. Y'all want to join?
Sure.
Okay.
Also, I wanted to point out, because this song is more upbeat, like we had kind of said, like just musically. And on the Lavender edition of the CD, we have You're on Your Own, Kid, like the string version. And I listened to that on the way to work today. And it still kind of does sound upbeat, but I just want to manifest a You're on Your Own, Kid piano version. I feel like that would I feel like maybe we're not ready for that, actually.
I think you're going to get a few more anti-hero versions out first. Might be an anti-hero piano version, anti-hero cello version, anti-hero piccolo version.
I need anti-hero the 1975 remix. That's what I need.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right.
So I want to say this username from Reddit. Mentally, I'm still in the bingo cage. Said, instant classic, immediate favorite, and her best track 5 of all time, Don't At Me.
Wow. Hey.
Strong opinion.
It is a strong opinion.
Mentally,
We're going to crucify her? We're going to crucify them?
No, Amy, that would be so mean.
Yeah, you're so bitter.
We're not going to do that, Amy. Jesus.
3?
I know, we're going to have to do an updated ranking at some point.
Some point we'll have to.
I feel like
more albums.
We need to let that one stand alone
I need
for
to let
a
it.
minute.
I need to let it simmer.
Yeah.
I need to see it live on the Eras tour.
It's a great segue.
Thank you.
Because
I
on
knew what I was
the
doing.
next episode, we are going to be talking about the Eras tour, and we are going to be talking about the one song from every era that she must play live on her Eras tour.
But not only are we going to do that, it's going to kind of turn into a game, and I think where some of us are going to start fighting.
Okay, good. We love fights.
I'm already mad at some of y'all.
We haven't done anything.
Oh, let's go.
All right. Well, that's going to be on the next episode of 13, a Taylor Swift Fan Podcast. Thanks for listening to us and checking us out. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast and leave us a 5-star rating and leave us a good review. And all the ways to contact us are in the description of this podcast. See you next time.
Thanks for listening to 13, a Taylor Swift Fan Podcast. Subscribe for free and leave a positive review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.